Okay, hello. Hopefully this is recording. There might be a better way of shooting it for now. So there's a portfolio of the new bike, and here is landscape. Forgive the mess in the garage. They haven't had a chance to sort it out yet. So this is all going to be the before, and there'll be an after to follow at some point. Like I say, forgive the mess. Just see my rubbish bin. As you can see, it needs a bit of a clean up. I've had a problem with my outdoor tap, so I haven't yet got round to sorting that out. Come on, focus. Well, there you go. So this is going to be FaultyBazil's new channel on YouTube. Why is it not focusing? It should be auto-focusing. See if... there we go. Come on. Fine, I will manually focus you, you bugger. Nearly swore then. So these are a couple of bits I've already taken off. When I picked it up, the brakes were seized, so had to literally remove the front brakes in order to move it, and it won't start. So today, my first episode, as it were, is going to be me installing this. Now, I'm not sponsored by these. How can I be sponsored? This is my first video. But anyway, this is battery I've installed on other motorbikes before in the past. Motobat, they're really good with cold temperatures and all of that. Available on eBay for quite good prices. The only thing I would say is make sure you pick the right one for your bike. So this MBT X9U, I've matched it to my reg. It's the same type. They've got slightly different coding to your original batteries, so make sure you match them up. But yeah, what I'm going to do now is set the camera up on a tripod, and then we'll go through setting the battery up and installing it, and then hopefully the video will end with a startup, but we'll see. There's another box here. I've just realised I'm going to have to look through this video and see if I've managed to keep my address out of it, but there's another box here that's got a service kit in it that I will open up and flick through in a second. Right, sorry, I've not recorded a video. There we go. So, first day on the channel, thought I'd start straight away with an unboxing. This isn't really much to see. Don't use knives, kids. Certainly don't use knives when there's a filter underneath, but too late now. So this is a kit for this bike that I've ordered off of eBay. Dead simple kit. New air filter. Always worth doing on a service. This bike hasn't been moved in several years from what I understand, so I'd recommend doing that anyway. One of these, oil filter. Again, I've matched all these parts to my reg, so I know this is going to be good. It's just occurred to me I probably want to take my registration out of the video. I'll make sure I do that. And then what's in here? Oh, in here is just oil. Again, matched up, which I'll put over there. And then part of the kit as well for NGK spark plugs. Again, like I say, this is all part of the kit. It will all fit in. And another thing worth doing, particularly with what I suppose what you'd call high performance bikes, is worth changing your spark plugs regularly, because they rev higher and you go higher through the gears on them. So yeah, when you can, or when you feel it's necessary, change spark plugs. I don't know a figure on it, so I can't tell you anything. So yeah, so here's my battery. So this is a Motobat for a ZX750. I've again matched it to my registration, which I won't obviously tell you, but you can see there is the option to put your modules, your terminals on either side of the battery. I'm probably going to go with the battery this way round. I won't lie to you, I have had a sneaky look under the seat. Oh, let's focus, come on. Will you? Hello. Yeah, Motobat. Where are you going to let me? Sorry, let's see. Sorry, this is day one. Things will improve, maybe. Hello. Shall we see if I can focus it? Let's flick it to manual. And sorry, that's a good shot of my hand you had there. It's a new watch if it helps. There you go. So there's the moto back. So I'm going to take these terminals off. If you're not familiar with basic electrics, I would advise to perhaps have somebody do this for you. Oh, that's new. Sorry, I'm running away with myself. Previously, Motobats, you had to install these bits of the terminals yourself. Obviously, they've already done that. So, and these will be, I guess, to secure on your battery things. Your battery connection. Sorry, battery things. I'm unboxing this and putting it on and film at the same time. So, let's stop it here and go over to the bike. Right. I'm going to apologise again for things in the background, a gas tank for a propane heater, my trailer. I'm going to try and tidy up the garage soon. We've got a relative staying with us, so I'm a bit cramped in here. But I will be tidying up, and you'll get a few more shots of my garage and see just how much stuff I've accumulated over a few years of being an engineer. So here's my bike key. So I'm going to go, can you see? No. So there you go. I'm going to go under here. Sorry, just to here, and there's a key, and that, oh, let's tilt it up a bit, so I've done the key, and it should pop up from the back. I spent probably, well, a couple of minutes, a few minutes too long really, considering I'm an engineer, before I realised that this was there, and that's the main seat up, the driver's seat, rider's seat, whatever, what do you call her? Motorbike, cyclist seat? What would the main passenger be? This is all fascinating YouTube info. I should probably check that I'm recording sound before I go ahead and do this. I'm fairly certain it does. I'm sure there's a microphone on it. In fact, I think I'm looking at it. No, that's the speaker. We'll hope for the best. We'll move that because I think that's the microphone there. Right. I need a screwdriver. Preferably one with extra vodka. Big screwdriver. Okay, so you don't necessarily have to use VDE tools. I like them personally. I've got quite a collection of them because I'm electrical at work as well. But we'll see. So, remove the terminals of the old battery. This battery has got no life in it at all. I'm not even going to bother showing you. You know what a dead battery looks like. It looks like fuck all. Oh, I don't know how to edit the swear words out. Can you swear? Oh, I've got a mate who swears on YouTube. We'll let that one slide and we won't do it again, honest. Yeah, a battery shows very little. A dead battery, sorry, shows very little. So I'm not even going to worry too much about touching the battery overly. I would recommend though, obviously, never touch both terminals at the same time. Similarly, you've got to remember on, in fact I'm fairly sure I did it then. You've got to remember on bikes and cars, ground is anything metal. So if the positive is touching the metal and you touch the metal, you're gonna be grounded. So yeah, try to avoid it. Right. They do like to fit these batteries in snugly, but there it is. No sign of leak, so that's good. So you can see this is a... Sorry, I thought I felt something. You can see this is a YTX12. My replacement is MBTX9. So I'm hoping they're the same. It's a lot smaller. Let's check the numbers on it. 10.5 amp hour, this should be fine. Yeah, we'll see. This should be fine. So, it's sunk right in there. And yes, I like less than Jake, in case you noticed that. The terminal connections need to be in it already. So, get just a little baggie. There you go. You can see in there, got a bolt and a nut. So I'm going to try and slide the nuts in. Yeah, giggity. Oh, sorry, let's focus again. I'm going to try and slide the nuts in, and we'll see how it goes. Is it worth zooming in a little bit? You don't really need to see me, despite the fact I'm incredibly handsome in real life. You will see my face at some point, but like I said, it's cramped in here, so it's difficult as it is. A bit more zoom. I think that's fine. And I can't tilt you down anymore. I could lower you, I suppose. Forgive the bouncing. I'm going to... I've forgotten how my toy works. How does my tripod work? You want to loosen it off first and bring it down. There we go. Good God, you can tell this is my first day on YouTube, can't you? It's not strictly speaking true, but we'll call it my first day. Oh, that's nice. So they line in. There's little... It's not worth me showing... Oh, maybe I can show you actually if I take the battery out. So if I bring it close, nice and zoomed in, you can see there's little plastic things to stop the nut. So slide the nut in, and there you go. It just stays. Oh, sorry, stays in there in its little area. So that will help hold it whilst I screw the terminals down. So let's focus back on this area. Put this battery in. Let's put this battery in the way around I said I was going to put it in. So in she goes, and I knew that would happen. I might need to get another screwdriver. Come on, there we go. Right, she's in. So I've got my 2 bolts. I always connect the earth, or the ground, negative, earth, whatever you want to call it. In this particular instance, it's more often than not referred to as ground on vehicles. So, of course, it's going to be a bit of a pain. I wonder if I might have to put a spacer. They used to come with spacers. Sorry, I'm going to lean across the... That's annoying. They used to come with spacers, the Moto bats. Seems like it doesn't anymore. Now, I could flip it, but that would actually make life more difficult. So, I'll just see what I can do with what I've got, and get it in there. So that is not biting because it's not going in straight. Or is that bit? No. Okay, so what can we do here, I wonder? I could try. I don't really want to cut out a bit of the plastic. Like I said, I've installed a few of these. I just wondered if I've kept any of the stands that they used to come with. Unfortunately, I sold my motorbike, and I think I sold all the parts I had left with it. So I'm going to have to live without it. How are we going to do this? Are you biting? You might be biting. Trouble is, even if it is biting, it's not biting right. No. Right. So, do I put something underneath it? Do I go onto Google and check I have the right battery? Or do I just muddle on? Do you know what? I wonder if it'll reach round the other side. And you still see me, yeah. If it'll reach like... Right. You may have heard that drop. Luckily it dropped all the way onto the floor. Oh no, something has come off. What is that? I'm willing to bet it's important. Okie dokie. Right, now I have to put that back together. Yeah, I think that's part of the ignition as well. Okie dokie. Right, apologies, that got a bit rambly at the end. I'm going to stop it there for a minute. whilst I find some of my electrical gear and try and sort this out. Man, I hope I can find some editing software to put this on in one video, which is going to be a little bit longer than I meant it to be, but we'll see. Right, sorry, I'm focusing. Right, so I don't know if you can see this. Little cable snapped. I've got no easy way. I've lost the negative. There it is. I've got no easy way of linking it into the negative or the common line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it directly to that using one of these. Luckily, from electrical work, funny enough at work, I've got one of them. Fits through nicely. It's going to be a bit on the large side, but I'll crimp it down nice and tight and it should work. So yeah, let me just grab the wire strippers that I've forgotten, if I can find them. I've got enough sets of them. Okay, so that's a fine wire strippers. So we'll strip back a fair bit of this wire, if I even can. It's not proving all that. Ah, you bugger. Okay, so chuck that in the bin over there. We'll do that, and then I think what we'll do as well, just to ensure better contact, hopefully you're picking this up okay, we'll just fold that over and push it in. Oops, too far. I don't know if this is going to work now. There we go. We'll push it in till there so it matches the end, and then using a set of crimps we will, still not open wide enough, these are a bit stiff, I don't use them as much, I've got a better set for different connections I have, but these will do for this. If I can get it over, I always do these ones twice if I can. So, sorry, I thought I was getting a phone call then. So yeah, you can see, nice and tight, pulling on it. So, yeah, that was what I was doing, wasn't it? I was seeing about moving it to the other side. Actually, I don't even think I need to do that. If I turn it upside down, I can do... Ooh, can I do that? Sorry if you're just getting a big shot of my bald head. I'm just trying to think of the best way to do this. I do think it's going to be... Oh, it's got to be from this side. And I think in that case it's going to be to flip it upside down and hope for the best. So, got it flipped, got the bolt in. That looks like it's doing something better. So there you go, that's in. It's right in the way of that fluid bottle there, but I've successfully moved around it. I'm not sure that will be clutch fluid. That's good, hydraulic clutch. That's going to make my life hell at some point. Right, we're going to attach the positive terminal now, which is going to be loads more difficult. However, we can approach this from the other side, and I think that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to lift the battery out, try and drop my screwdriver. Yeah, so we're going to lift this battery out. need to find the insulation cover for the one I've already done. Right, this should be. That's going to be a problem. Why won't it let me lift it all the way out? Is it pulling against the cable? It is, yeah. So, oh wow, I've done part of what I wanted to do. So, if I can just grab that before it disappears into the bike, we'll move this insulation cover, put it over to there. Oh, we've got to spin that around, that's why. And then we'll put this nut in the other side. I'm thinking I'm going to come further down, see that I can't give you a better view of the work I'm doing. And then if we zoom in, oh, we are zoomed in. Yeah, okay. I could always bring you closer, but then you might get in my way. So we're just going to do what we can. So, same procedure, only a little bit more difficult because now one of my ground cables is hitting the chassis, but that's fine. And that's chassis if you happen to watch this in America, not chassis. So this is going to be really quite challenging, mostly because I appear to have lost, there it is, the other bolt. Yeah, this is going to be really challenging because I've got a really awkward angle at it, but hopefully years of experience
I'm in danger
will help here. Sugar a bean, that was fun. Right, it's going in. Let's hope. Is it going in? I don't think it is. I really don't want to go through that again, so we're going to persevere. Right, sorry, we're getting nothing but the back of my hand and arm. Okay, that is really not enjoying life. What I'm going to try and do is lift it out a bit, which isn't easy, I'll tell you that. No, that's really not making. Okay, I think that's got in. Yep, that's in. So, well, let me cover it. Might have to get a bit creative with that. We'll see. Right, first thing to do now is not to play with that, but to play with that. So let's, apologies whilst I sort the camera out. So let's adjust the angle of the dangle. We need to come up a bit. So there's the key slot. We're gonna, in fact, you're gonna be in my way, I'm not even gonna be able to start it. So let's zoom out. Let's tighten everything up. And let's grab the keys. Now there's a good chance the fuse has gone when I did that. Yeah, I'm not getting any life there, am I? Okay, so not good, but we persevere and we open the fuses, so that's what I'm going to do next. Okay, so in the spirit of honesty, I did a little bit of solo exploring without you guys, and I found the culprit. If I focus on this little fuse, and if I can, maybe if I zoom it in, there you go, you can just about see there's no link in there. So I blew the main fuse when I connected the battery, I think. So come on, work with me a little bit please, tripod. So let's here we go, sorry about the shot of my arm there. Luckily, so this is the fuses here, but this unit here is the main fuse, which is where I've pulled this from. So what I'm going to do, whilst I had it off as well, you can see I've moved the positive terminal back to this side, but I flipped it so it excuse me, sorry, it fits in a bit better. So I'm going to find a way to cover that just a little bit better, or even just to get that to stay there. But what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to set this fuse aside. It's no good. In fact, I should have just thrown it in the bin. I'm going to disconnect the ground terminal, put in a new fuse, and then connect the ground terminal again as quickly as possible, and hope that the fuse can withstand it. Or actually, I don't know if I should just put it in. No, normally, no, you should disconnect the power when you make power connections like this. So, sorry, when you change fuses like this. So let's move that out of the way entirely. So I'll slot the new fuse in there. Cover that over. Plug this back in. In it goes. And then grab this, and then as quickly as possible. Hopefully that didn't make the sparklers last time. So, still not getting any life down there. This is not good. This is not good. Okay, so let's just double check that fuse. I don't think that's blown. Oh, maybe it has. I need a light. Yeah, that fuse is blown. That's probably why it was in there. I don't think I have any fuses, is the downside. So this episode is kind of finished on a bit of a downer. I've got the new battery in to the new bike, but I don't have a fuse. I'm a little bit busy to go out and get one, if I'm honest. I did have some vehicle fuses. I'm going to have a little check around, see if I can find another fuse. But otherwise, yeah, I'm going to sign off for now, and hopefully come back to you soon with an amended fuse issue. Thank you for watching. If you've been watching, please stick around. This is going to get way more interesting. I'm rebuilding this whole bike. I'm going to strip it down, do a full service on it. This is my first bike with carbs, so I'm going to be learning about carbs and how to balance and set them up. And then hopefully, if the money comes okay at some point in the next future, I'll plan on customizing it a bit. So I'm going to have colour-coded brakes and things like that, but also I've got a plan for an upgraded exhaust. So I'm going to record these either way. It's a way of documenting it for me. It's interesting. So yeah, if I find a battery, I might continue this battery. There's the battery. If I find a fuse, I might continue this episode. If not, I'm going to put it on, failures and all, and we'll go again next time. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.